Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just have my body cam running to where my voice can be heard. All right. So, I'm having this meeting today myself because I will be gone tomorrow. NRP doing a ride along with local sheriff's department. So, let me see if I can get Ron.
What's your 20K?
So, yeah, traffic enforcement division, their weekly reports. If you have traffic stops, if you have like 5 traffic stops, it should say 5 tickets. I mean, obviously, unless they decide to take off before you could give it to them, then that's fine. I know with the sirens, that's an issue. People aren't going to really pull over for us. So I'm not going to really harp on you guys too much about not getting those. So there's that. Hopefully they get the sirens going. And once they do, I do want to start seeing some good traffic stops. Let's see what else. Okay. We are getting a lot more people in, which I love. So this is going to be awesome for us, I think. Malo, you and I both have been pulling people in. So that's good. We're getting our numbers up. Just keep it up on that one. And then, what else? Malo, do you have anything? Another thing I do want to see when we do some training, we might do the training on Saturday and or tonight potentially, once I get off work and get home, NRP. But I do want to make sure that all the new people, they do have their macros for the unit, and that every officer does have the new macros that were added in. I do want to see those because I have a feeling they don't. I have a big feeling that Ellery is probably going to be the only one that will. With the unit, they kind of, same as, with the rest of the faction. Follow the chain of command. If you're low rank, make sure you go to your sergeant, your lieutenant, your captain, major, the OIC 2, OIC 1, and then me. So that way it's going up the chain of command. Don't just come straight to me. Unless it's a dire situation, then you just go to the OIC 1 or OIC 2 about it. That's another thing. We need to make sure the chain of command, and everyone needs to start, everyone needs to be responding in the chats. Whenever an announcement is posted, I need to see like a green check mark or a thumbs up, that everyone's acknowledging this. All the messages and stuff. We need to make sure that everyone's showing up for, the roadblocks, because that is TED units. It's hard for me because of the times they have it at. But we do have some people for that. So, with that being said, I don't have much else. Malo, how about you?
Nah.
Uh, Hola, senor.
Bet Ron made it.
Yeah. Welcome, Ron.
Hello, sir.
So, I'll kind of just do a brief thing on it really quick. We are definitely picking up on numbers. Officer Ellery is the newest member of the TED unit. Now it's good to have him. The biggest things I got is yes, them as well.
Find me if I'm not on. You can find any vested officer and just tell them you need a macro check.
Careful.
So
So
this is where you'll come find me when you're done, okay?
So
as I was stating, Ron, basically, whenever we conduct traffic stops, I know as it is right now, I'm not going to be harping on anybody because we don't have sirens. It's going to be pretty hard to get people to actually pull over. So if the numbers are low, you know, it is what it is. Everyone do what you can. All traffic stops, if they pull over, we're not doing any warnings as far as this unit goes. They automatically get a ticket for a 3.4 traffic violation. And then just making sure that there's either, like, whenever something gets posted in the chat, you know, a thumbs up or a green check mark to know that it's been read and acknowledged, because that's not happening, so I don't know who is actually, you know, reading it and all that stuff. This way we can know who's reading, who's, you know, understanding and all that stuff. We did have some new macros. Ron, I don't know if you saw those, to help it easier for us to put out our locations, since a lot of people still don't really respond to radio, the walkie-talkie at all. That way we have those, and it's just easier to set up. At some point this week or this weekend, I'm gonna go through everyone's macros, make sure they have all the ones for the traffic unit. All I want to see are the ones for traffic. I don't care about the rest of the ones that everyone gets when they join, because we all have those. Other than that, we'll get some training going. Tomorrow's meeting, we're doing it, you know, kind of right now, because I will, unless Malo or Adonis want to do it, and some training tomorrow. But I will be gone IRL with a local sheriff's department, and I won't be home till 3 a.m. Eastern. So that's why we're doing it now. Also, yeah, you're good, man. We're pretty much almost done. The other thing I want to do is when we're out on patrols, let's just kind of watch these cadets when they're doing their patrols and make sure they're doing things. If they're doing something wrong, then we need to get rid of them. And it's simple. Just make sure body cam's on. You put them in cuffs and give them their violations, and then they're immediately removed from the faction. And then just turn that over to the DFGs or the chief, so they have it, and then they can have it just in case something goes up. And then the only other thing is, I do want to start getting everybody more active for the roadblocks and for any of the events or stuff that we have. I know it's been a little slow. We haven't had as many people on, you know, everyone on for quite a while at the same time to do the trainings or the meetings. This one obviously is off put because of the time and day. But I do want to start getting everybody active. Worst case scenario too, what I can do is we can come up with 3 different shifts, morning, afternoon, and evening, or like a morning, afternoon swing and a graveyard shift. And that way we know who's going to be on at what time, and if we have to do some training or a meeting with them during those times, more than welcome to do that. I just want to make sure that everyone's getting all the notes, everyone's getting all the training, and so on and so forth. So I'll be getting with Malo on that, and yeah.
No problem.
That don't really have much else. If everyone wants to be on tonight for some training, great. And I'll put up a time or something in there, because obviously we don't have hiring events anymore, so we're kind of more of an open book at this point, I think. So what time would work for you, Ron?
Probably like around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
We could do probably like 9 o'clock.
All right, that sounds perfect.
And that gives me an extra half hour to be able to get home and all that stuff. That's 6 o'clock my time. So and then yeah, let's just try to keep pulling in these new recruits, and get this unit up and going. We're up to, I think, like almost 10 now. So
Yeah, we'll have a full unit soon.
And then something else I might do too is, obviously everyone's got their ranks already, but if we do this scheduled shift thing, what I might do is I might make some individuals, like if it's a major, but if he is the if he's going to be that, he or she is going to be working the graveyard shift or the night shift, they might still be a major, but they'd also be like the OIC for that shift or something like that. So we'll kind of play around with that and see what happens. Because Ron, you're more on near the graveyard shift, right? Late nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll mess with that, and then maybe give that a try. So that way just everybody's clocked on what they're doing and all that stuff. With that being said, I don't really have much else. Probably tonight, if we're gonna have the training tonight at 9, we'll use that time to make sure that everyone has the unit macros set up. And if they don't, then that's what our training will be on, is making sure everyone's got those macros going.
Okay.
Awesome. With that, guys, I don't really have anything else. Keep up the good work, and we'll have another meeting next week. Oh, another thing is, I do want to start seeing people, turn in their reports, before I have to say anything. I'm going to start just kind of letting you guys, figure it out, so that way I'm not handling everybody. And, if the reports aren't turned in, well, we already know what will happen. Most of everybody already knows when they're due, the ones that have been here for a while. So, instead of me hounding you guys, just let you guys kind of do it and see how that goes.
Copy.
You all are good. Thank you.